Hi, you're listening to the Rise Up Functional Wellness Podcast. I'm Whitney Ford, a certified functional wellness counselor. I work with clients who are sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, and using a comprehensive, incredibly immersive, and ultimately transformative 90-day program, I take these clients from feeling sick and tired to feeling vibrant and healthy and wonderful. Hi there, I am Whitney Ford. Thanks for listening to the Rise Up Functional Wellness Podcast. So I am the owner and functional nutrition counselor and health coach for Rise Up. And I just wanted to, as the influencers say, hop on here real quick and say hello. This is my first time hosting a podcast. And it's not my first time being on a podcast, but it's my first time having my own. So that's really exciting. It's very new. So today it's just me. I'm just here to kind of introduce myself and tell you what's going on. But in the future, we're going to have so many guests. I am so excited. We're going to have a holistic doctor who works with fertility. We're going to have specialists with all sorts of different kinds of disease pathways and issues. And they're going to offer insight into the disease process. And they're also going to share natural ways to combat those issues. So that's going to be exciting. But I did want to just share a little bit about the journey of Rise Up and what it is and how it came to be. So as I said in the intro, I offer immersive, comprehensive, and ultimately transformative one-on-one and group coaching programs. I also offer workshops, retreats, small business wellness programs, and first responder wellness programs because I myself am a first responder. I'm a firefighter here in Central Texas. I don't say the name of the department I work for. It's not a secret, by the way. So you can look online and on my Instagram, Rise Up Functional Wellness, you'll see pictures of me in uniform and you'll know what department I work for. It's just that if I mention the name of it, then I have to jump through some PR hoops and essentially get permission. And I really don't want to have to do that every time I say the name of it. So we'll just keep it simple. I work for a department in Central Texas. If you want to know more, you can do just like the teeniest bit of investigative work and you'll figure it out. So all of my programs are online, which is awesome. It means I can work with anybody in the world. As long as, we can work something out with our time zones, we can work together. And they're very interactive. So with my programs, they're all online, like I just said, but they are very interactive and immersive. And it's not just the coaching that you get when you work with me in a one-on-one or group setting, or even the workshop. It's totally immersive. You're going to be having communication or journal prompts or workbooks or all kinds of things to do on a daily basis. So that's how I get my clients to be successful, is that it's not just 1 hour per week. It's every day you're going to be thinking about this stuff. And that's ultimately how we get that change. So my journey and essentially Rise Up's journey and how it came to be started because I was a very, very fit and healthy person. Fitness has been my career for over a decade. I was a fitness and nutrition coach before I became a firefighter. And I never needed health care for the most part. Like I did preventative care, or not preventative, but I do my my annual exams, and that was kind of it. That's the only reason I ever went to a doctor. And then I went through my second fire academy to get on with the department I'm at now. It was the most stressful event of my life, and my health deteriorated significantly. It was a downward spiral. I was gaining weight, dealing with chronic fatigue, dealing with skin issues, dealing with severe allergies that I've never had in my entire life, dealing with anxiety, depression, brain fog. And did I mention the chronic fatigue? That was a killer. So my life, and debilitating migraines. How could I forget those? My life had changed in the worst possible way. And I didn't know where to look. I didn't know what kind of doctor to go to. And so all I did was I just went to my annual women's appointment, and sought help there. And I did not get the kind of help that I was looking for. I needed someone who was going to listen to my story and do like essentially investigative work, dig deep and find out why I was feeling the way I was feeling and how to solve it. And instead, I showed up. I had 5 minutes to kind of pitch my whole health history illness. And then she gave me the option of getting birth control. She felt that synthetic progesterone would be my best option. And I said no. I had done that before when I was younger. It caused horrible migraines. I wasn't about to do something that could potentially make my situation worse. So I declined. And honestly, I felt really defeated. I ended up actually going back to her one more time, got the same answers. Here's birth control. I think you're just getting old, is what she told me. And I was 30 at the time. That's not old. And I mean, really, a lot of people would say that should have been my prime. So getting that answer of, hey, you're just getting old, that was also super depressing and made my trust with the medical community began to deteriorate. I went to one more doctor and essentially was told the same thing. Here's some birth control. You're normal. Like everyone's experiencing this, which as I'm finding out is true. All the women that I talk to are experiencing this. It's almost like I hear the same story with the slightest little variations every time I talk to a client because they're just so similar. So yes, everyone was dealing with this. I was, in her eyes, normal, but normal doesn't always mean okay, and I wasn't willing to settle for that. So I began self-education, which can be very complicated. Again, I didn't really know where to look, so I was just kind of, all this information was new to me. The idea of being sick was new to me. The idea of finding ways to naturally treat my illness that I did not have a diagnosis for was very foreign to me. And so I didn't even know where to look. So my research included a lot of random videos from Instagram influencers. And that's obviously not the best way to get information. So I was getting a lot of that. A lot of the information I was getting was conflicting. I didn't know what was right. I didn't know what was wrong. I'd see influencers doing their little reels, basically listing symptoms and then saying, you could have this. And it's like, holy cow, I could have everything. This is mind-boggling. So I decided to get a formal education because I couldn't deal with all these possible diagnoses, and I didn't want to spend my time going down the rabbit hole of trying to treat all these different things. I didn't even know what I had, and it was just so overwhelming. And I still felt like garbage, and I still wasn't getting anywhere. So I got educated formally. And when I did that with the intention of learning about my body so that I could heal myself and feel better. And I did. I 100% did that. I still have to be very careful. I say I'm healed, but I have to be very careful with what I eat and what I expose myself to and my stress levels, because the root cause of my personal issues is stress. So anyway, I accomplished what I set out to accomplish, was for myself to feel better. But in the process, I just realized how great of a need women especially, but men too, I mean, all of society has this need for health coaching. And in my experience, not that many people know that this exists. We're conditioned to believe that if you're feeling unwell, you go to your medical doctor and you get treatment. And unfortunately, that's just not the case. So when I first started on my health journey and I was spending my time, money, and energy on going to these doctor's appointments and not getting anywhere, I was really upset. I didn't have a lot of trust for the medical community, and I also was losing respect, and I was a little bit angry, if I'm being honest. Now, I'm able to look at it with a different viewpoint. The medical doctors, I'm sure 99% of them, when they decided to pursue this education in medicine, they decided to pursue their doctorate degrees, they wanted to help people. They truly wanted to help and heal. And unfortunately, that's just not how our system is set up. If you're sick enough, you're going to get treated, but they're never going to have the time to look at your root cause and truly find out what's going on. And they also have a lot of pressure to have all the answers, when in fact, they're just human and they don't have all the answers, nor do they have time to spend with each patient on trying to figure out the answer. So it's not necessarily the doctors that are to blame. It's really the system, and it's really unfortunate, but that's where we're at. So when you have a health coach or a functional nutrition counselor, they can act as your health advocate and fill in the gaps that modern or Western healthcare has. So I don't think that what I do is a replacement by any means for traditional Western healthcare, but it certainly is I would dare to say, a necessary accompaniment to traditional healthcare, because what I can do is sit down with a client for literally hours. In my one-on-one program, we have 12 hours of conversation that we can have, where we can sit and talk, and I can listen, and we can uncover your root cause and come up with a plan. And we talk every week, and we figure out what works and what doesn't work, and how we can make changes so that you can actually heal. And I do that at a price point that is significantly more affordable than if you were to go to the doctor 12 times and have 120 minutes essentially of conversation. Again, not saying that I could replace your doctor, nor do I want to, nor do I have the education to do so. But it's incredibly beneficial to have somebody who can help you navigate your health, so that when you do go to the doctor, you know exactly maybe what to ask for, you know exactly what you're going to expect when you go in there. And not only that, but I help people change their lives using nutrition, lifestyle, movement, and relationship adjustments. So there are several different components to it. And that's kind of Rise Up in a nutshell. That's the journey that got us here today. I'm extremely passionate about it. My two favorite parts of healthcare, or not healthcare, I'm sorry. My two favorite parts of health coaching are going to be talking about gut health, because it's the foundation of wellness, and stress, because it is the most chronic issue in our society today. So I love talking about those two things. And in fact, Rise Up is hosting a 5-week gut health transformation workshop. It's coming up on May 11th, 2022. And it starts with a prep week. So I love that. So we're going to have this 1 week where we just kind of learn about the program, mentally prepare our refrigerators, prepare our pantries. And then the last 4 weeks are where we're going to do the work and see the change. And it's going to be so much fun. It's all online, but participants have access to a message board. So we're going to have weekly Zoom meetings that are going to be interactive. And then every day we're going to be having some kind of communication and interaction in the group message board. So very immersive, super awesome. If you sign up for that, you get a discount code for one-on-one coaching or group coaching. You also get a discount code for supplements. So there are a lot of benefits. And for this gut health workshop, it's only $65. So very affordable, super awesome. And there's only 35 spots. So I wanted to keep it as a small group, and that's kind of the high end of a small group. But I wanted to make sure that as many people as possible could get in and enjoy this class. So yeah, if you're interested in that, sign up as soon as you possibly can, because these spots are actually going a lot faster than I anticipated. There's going to be a link in the show notes so that you can get to that. And yeah, it's going to be super, super fun. So that's it. That's what I wanted to do on here today, is introduce myself, tell you a little bit about Rise Up, give you the information on the gut health workshop, and we accomplished that. In the future, like I said, we're going to have guest professionals from a variety of different fields, from physical therapists to fertility, holistic providers to people who believe in the alkaline diet, all kinds of things. I mean, the list is so long. We have guests for the next 6 months. So that's going to be incredible. That's about all I've got. So anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to my first ever hosted podcast. Have a great rest of your day.